Beyond the cover of a book that you have either picked up because you were interested in it, have passed by because you were not, or it's the cover of the book that you are probably writing about. Every cover has a world that lies beyond it, and those worlds are so very, very desperate for our interaction. They want us to immerse ourselves, to go alongside the characters in that story, to live with them, to be a part of their journey, to see it for ourselves. And when talking about escapism and writing, what more could you ask for in terms of just beautiful imagery? My name is Kat, the Crow-Winged Author. Here at the Magic Library, I am a newly published author. My debut novel is Arboriah Lux, a paranormal dark fantasy novel that has vampires, some demons, magic, mystery, and definitely conspiracy to overthrow the patriarchy. And today we're going to be starting a new series called Cocoa with the Crow. My hot cocoa is now cold. Okay then. I'm just gonna put this right here and just let it be something that's something interesting in the background. Did you hear that, Rem? This new segment is called Cocoa with the Crow. Are you not entertained? I don't think he's entertained. So yeah, basically what this video is going to be talking about is that it's basically a lighthearted conversation about basically my very, very chaotic brain. I'm a discovery writer, and as a discovery writer, I don't plot out or outline any of my content, whether it be a book that I'm writing or whether or not it is a video. This video is completely unscripted, so if I say a lot, just know that this is basically all just coming from my brain as I see it. Being a discovery writer in terms of writing an actual story and everything, let's just say that this is nothing necessarily new for me. When I was first writing in high school and in college, I was actually writing a lot of fan fiction the first time, that first go around. And I could be writing from anywhere to 3 to 7 stories, all of them different fandoms. Yes, I was insane. And it's an insanity that technically has not stopped. I actually am working on 5 different stories right now, one of which is the sequel to Arboriah Lux, and I have one that I am planning to write as soon as I finish one of these manuscripts, and that is going to be the prequel to Arboriah Lux called Morningstar. Along with that, I have the rewrite to the first finished manuscript that I ever had when I was in high school, The Ghost of Birchwood Hollow. Everybody that I know from high school is actually, or at least those who know of this writing project, is excited to see how it turns out. And alongside that, I have 3 other stories that are either retellings of classic fairy tales, something that just came up in my brain one day, or it is basically my idea of what a writer would go through if they had to go down the rabbit hole of their own story and basically learn to conquer their own self-doubt. That one is specifically for the writers and for the new writers and everything. It's just, it's sort of a coming of age story that's sort of like, don't be afraid to take risks. And I should know something about taking risks. I'm actually about to take a very big one here in the next few months. But I won't say anything about that. We're right now talking about writing, so let's get right to it. Very bad pun. You can roast me about it in the comments. I don't care at this point. Writing for me has always been a form of escapism in and of itself, because it's like your brain, especially when you have a brain as chaotic as mine, you tend to just like, you dive head on into that story, and it's just like, you go throughout the twists and turns and everything, and if you're a discovery writer like me, you sort of have to play director as well as character. Sort of pulling a Peter Jackson cameo, an Alfred Hitchcock cameo, or an M. Night Shyamalan cameo. If you know, you know. I have a very specific enamel pin that's on my backpack that says my characters won't behave, and unless you are a discovery writer and you have to deal with characters and it's being like, you want them to do something but it just seems like your brain is not cooperating, yeah, that's typically that feeling. Discovery writers have a very personal relationship with the story and the characters they create, specifically because they don't outline anything, and specifically because of nothing is planned. We literally write by the seat of our pants. Literally anything could happen. We sort of throw logic and reason out the window, and sometimes physics. But that's all basically part of the draft 1 experience, which I like to call bare bones. I'll do another video about my writing process, specifically in terms of how I structure a story, specifically because, and that's primarily going to be like how my thought process goes through each draft that I do. I will not burden you guys with this now, just know. No, today we are primarily going to be focusing on my inspiration for my multiple manuscripts that I literally have laid out at my feet. You will hear a lot of writers say that they have a playlist in which they will just go to a random song on that playlist for whatever scene that they're writing, and then just listen to it on repeat. I do that, but I take it a step further. Specifically because my undiagnosed ADHD brain sometimes gets tired of listening to the same song over and over again, and sometimes it'll just fade out in the middle of a song, and then come back, and then it's in the exact same spot where the brain just like went out when the song was playing, and it's just like, it's in that in itself is chaos, because your brain is like, did I lose time? Whereas no, you did not lose time. Your brain went off somewhere, then came back almost at the exact same point where the song was going, but in the next playthrough. No, what I typically do to take it a step further is that I will choose a movie that has the same aesthetics or same set of circumstances, and just let it go on through there. I will just literally let it play in the background, because it's just like, it's something that like, it seeps into my brain, gets my brain ready for that sort of mindset, and that's what gets me in the mood for writing whatever I'm writing. Sometimes. This sometimes works, this sometimes not. It's just, it's a 50-50 chance. Or if you're a D&D nerd, it is a D4, a D6, a D12, a D10, a D20, or if you're very, very chaotic, a D100. Just know that this is one of the reasons why I don't typically recommend it. But, well, I can't say that I don't recommend the movie thing, specifically because that's how I actually finished the first draft of Arboriah Lux. I mean, like, I was literally listening to Crimson Peak and Interview with a Vampire strictly, and I hate to say this because of all the connotations, I was listening to it religiously. That's literally the only word I could come up with for that, just like obsessive sensation, but you feel me. What I would literally do is that I would let the movie run its course, and as soon as it hit the end credits, I would literally start it back over from the beginning and let it run all the way through. That's how we got this beauty right here. Yay! But yeah, that's typically where the auditory inspiration comes from. I actually have like 2 different playlists for what I call wandering thoughts, and it's songs that I've discovered either on TikTok or songs that I've listened to a long time ago, or songs from soundtracks from TV shows, one of which is actually the Game of Thrones theme song. That's primarily why I've got these 3 bad boys up here. And for the longest amount of time, I would actually listen to nothing but the Game of Thrones theme song, specifically because that, like, because it's like, just something that you guys have to know, I love violin and cello music just because it's like, it sounds so regal and it sounds so like dark academia. It's just, it's perfect. Also typically why I don't have any bad things to say about classical piano music or like classical renditions of like rock songs or anything, because it's like, it's just that aesthetic and everything is just, ooh, just it sends chills up my spine. But that's typically the auditory sensations that I look for whenever I'm writing, or like if I'm trying to drown something out, I'll typically listen to that. I've also gotten to the point to where I will actually listen to some audiobooks if the audiobooks have that sort of same aesthetic. One audiobook that specifically comes to mind is actually a series of audiobooks, and those belong to the Necroseem Chronicles by Ellie Rain, because I have all of her books, but I'm not able to read them a whole lot because of how busy my life is. So I have gone to reading the, or just listening to the audiobooks, and it's just like, it's a little bit more immersive, let's just say. And sometimes it is an absolutely complete distraction, but it's worth it. Another audiobook that I listen to is actually Jenna Marassi's The Savior's Champion and The Savior's Sister, specifically because of I like her style of writing, and I love her videos on the self-publishing process, and that's actually what helped me a lot besides my advice from Ellie. And it's that it sort of helped me budget my time and also budget my money so that I don't break the bank while self-publishing. So if you guys are interested in all that, in those specific series and everything, I will actually look up writing with Jenna Marassi and just like watch some of her videos. Her videos are really, really cool and everything, and I definitely recommend them to anyone who is looking for writing tips, because her videos actually helped me a whole lot. And if you are interested in gothic dark fantasy that is just full of magic, mystery, and mayhem, I will definitely recommend Ellie's books. I will actually leave the link to the Amazon listing of her first book down in the description below. I think that's actually it that I have for this video and everything. I can't really go headlong into it, otherwise it's going to be an entire hour-long video, and no one's probably going to stay for an hour of just listening to me talk. So I will leave it at that. For my end video, I think I'm going to keep this as just sort of a prop. Because the mug is interesting, the contents therein are just sort of sad. Thank you guys for this first episode of Coco with the Crow. A very weird name, I know, but I thought it was clever. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, follow or subscribe and ring the bell for more notifications about videos, and also about the live stream that's coming up April 26th and April 29th. If you have any ideas or questions about writing tips, leave them in the comments below. I would love to take a look at all of them. For more updates on my writing projects and everything, definitely follow this channel, and I will also leave all of my socials down below. And we also have a Discord server. The Discord server is called the Magic Library. And let's just say that it is still heavily in beta, but come join my Dungeons and Dragons friends on there if you're interested. We love exchanging memes and everything, and we're just a very happy bunch of people. Definitely come by and hang out with us. We would love the company. If you guys are still interested in the sweepstakes giveaway, I need you to comment your username or a nickname down below so that I can put you on the list and get you ready for a autographed copy of my debut novel, Arboriah Lux. I mean, it's a free copy of a book that you'll probably love. I mean, like, everybody I know has loved, and I've given the book to has loved it. Even those who don't typically love the genre love the book. So if you guys are interested in it, just let me know. Just put your just put the information down below, and you'll be part of the pool. Not the dead pool, but a pool nonetheless. It is almost getting summertime. Definitely in need of a pool. But thank you guys for hanging out and everything. This has been Kat, the Crow-Winged author, with her new segment, Cocoa with the Crow. And I hope you guys have a very, very, very wonderful day. Bye, guys.